Hey, so a couple of weeks ago, my friend Lauren Smith, who's a collections assistant here at the Field Museum, and I did a live stream of a North American beaver dissection in the Field Museum's new interactive learning space called the Granger Science Hub, which means that a lot of people from in and around Chicago, including some of you from Wisconsin, were able to come and watch it in person, which was super awesome, and it was even cooler that we could live stream it for people like all over the world. But I understand that most of you probably don't have 3.5 hours of free time, so we edited it down for you. If you want to see the entire thing, I put a link to that in the video description. It's still online. You can watch the entire 3.5 hours if you like. Also in the video description, we answer a lot of the most frequently asked questions, like why aren't you guys wearing gloves and other things. So check the FAQs. We may have answered your question there. If not, leave it in the comments below here, and I might answer that. You probably will. If this is something that you guys like or want to see us do another live stream next year, let me know, because we might. We probably will. But anyway, let me know anyway. Okay. Watch it. Okay, bye. Hey, Internet! This is so exciting. We've never done this before. Thank you so much for joining us on our first live stream dissection here in the Granger Science Hub at the Field Museum. I am Emily Grassley, the Field Museum's Chief Curiosity Correspondent, and I'm joined here today by Lauren. Lauren, what do you do here?
I am the collections assistant in the mammal division here at the Field Museum.
So this isn't your first rodeo, this beaver?
No, I've done a few beavers before.
I've never done a beaver before.
All right, I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too.
It's an adventure.
So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be first skinning this beaver. Then we're going to be removing all of its major organs and some of the large muscle groups. And we're going to be preparing it for use in our education collection. So the specimen came to us, no data, we don't know where it came from, we found it in our freezer, but it can still contribute a lot of valuable things to our understanding about beavers and education.
Absolutely. So we're going to start by taking the skin off first, and we're definitely going to keep everything that we can, and like Emily said, it's going to go straight into our mammal collection, so researchers and students, even artists like myself and Emily, can come and look at this beaver when it's totally processed and continue learning. So beavers, we're going to start to separate the fur, and right off the bat you can kind of tell that this fur is super thick. And that's because beavers are semi-aquatic. They need to stay warm, especially in colder climates. And this white fur that's down here, that's what's really keeping them warm. The tall, brownish red furs, those are called guard hairs. Those are just to make them look handsome. Yeah. All right, you guys ready? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna find some skin, start slicing.
I'm going to cut down here just a little bit.
Another interesting thing about beavers, actually, bring up their semi-aquatic habitats. In the winter, they will actually store food because, as you know, beavers like to live in lakes and rivers, streams, and a lot of those little streams will freeze over. And so, one, that is actually really great for them in the winter because their main predator are wolves, and the wolves can't get under that thick ice. But another really smart thing that the beaver has evolved to do is they've actually been able to store things under the ice. So they'll take leaves and twigs, fresh shoots during the autumn, and they'll swim under the water and stick them in the ground. And they'll make themselves a little garden right outside their den. And they'll be able to swim there all winter long and be able to grab those fresh shoots.
Fresh produce.
Produce, right in the backyard.
I know.
In the middle of winter.
All right, where do you want to go now?
How about, so you guys can kind of see this is his leg. We're going to start to push it and pop that knee out. So Emily, we're going to try to slice and expose his ankle now.
All right.
There, that's that sweet spot we were talking about.
Yeah, there you go. So that's a really good, it's really clear there to see the separation between the muscle tissue and then the epidermis. So
this is the dermis, the white, and then the muscle is all this dark red area. And I'm literally just dragging my scalpel right along that line.
And that's what we call the fascia, which is the membrane that connects the skin to the muscle. And maybe when we get closer to removing the skin around its head and removing its eyeballs, we can show you that, one, its eyeballs are very small. It has pretty poor eyesight. It actually relies on sound and smell to learn more about its environment. And they've got a special third membrane that covers their eye that allows them to swim and see underwater without getting a bunch of crap in their eyes.
Like goggles.
Yeah, like that. It's like a
evolved their own goggles.
Built-in goggle.
That's so cool.
Yeah. The beavers actually have a really interesting lower opening. So they have what's called a cloaca, which is like what's in birds and most reptiles, and that's here. So normally when you're looking at a mammal, they've got distinct openings for their urethra, where the urine comes out, their genital opening, and then their anus, where the feces come out. Beavers are all in the same place, all coming out of the same whole and general area. And part of what's up there is what are called castor glands. And the castor glands they secrete different fluids that have pheromones that are useful in a number of ways for the beaver. They can use it to waterproof their coats. They can use it to signal to other beavers, like who you are and what you're doing there, where you've been. You know, it's equivalent of like dogs kind of peeing on a signpost. But humans actually have a lot of uses for the castor oil as well, or castoreum as they call it. Castoreum is one of, castoreum and cloaca, those are the words of the day.
All right.
But the castoreum, humans have used it to do everything from add scents to perfumes, and it's usually in a lot of more masculine smelling colognes when they want to have like musky undertones. But it's also used in very minor amounts as a natural food flavoring or food additive. And it's just in very small amounts. I think the use is a little bit overblown, but I think it's only like 300 pounds a year of castor oil is used in the flavor food industry. But they use it as a substitute natural flavor in fake vanillas and strawberry and raspberry flavors.
So you can sort of start to see that, this like mound right here, that's where that gland is.
Yeah.
So we're going to cut around it and hopefully not cut it itself.
Ooh.
Feet. And you guys, before we take the feet out, you guys really got to check this out. Look at those webbed feet.
Yeah. That is wild.
Aren't they beautiful?
It's like a goose or something.
I know. Well, if you see a beaver out on land, they're really clumsy and they waddle around, they're really fat, and you're like, man, that thing is slow. But if these guys get into the water, they are streamlined, and these webbed feet really help them move quickly in the water.
Yeah, and check out this like double claw right here too. Isn't that weird?
That's awesome. Do you know what that's used for?
No.
All right, so this double claw, you guys can kind of see in internet world, it's split right there, right?
Yeah.
So that split is actually used as sort of like a hairbrush. They will comb their fur out with this extra claw that they have, and they'll groom themselves with that. And another amazing thing they can do with this, they'll actually secrete some of their castor oil, use this claw to comb it through their fur, and that's what waterproofs their fur.
Whoa!
So we flipped him over now, and so this is his neck area, like right where this would be. So these are some kind of gland, lymph node maybe?
Those look like lymph nodes for sure.
Look at those. So we're just dissecting out those lymph nodes now.
So when you get sick, your lymph nodes get really swollen, and that's because it's kind of like the hub for your immune system. So that's what those are.
And you guys can start to see, right? So this area right here, that's its cheek. And beavers have an incredible bite force because they have to actually like chew through wood. And so the cheek muscles, all the muscles in its neck and in its face, they're very, very strong. We actually have a postdoc in the mammal division right now, Dallas Krinsel, shout out, and he's studying these muscles and just how strong they are. And so we're going to try to preserve these muscles for him to look at.
I think I'm getting them
See
okay.
how big that is? That's a huge cheek. That's your cheek.
Am I getting muscle there? I think that's just the inside of the cheek.
I think that's just inside.
Okay.
All right. All right, this is the final cut, and we've released the skin from the body.
All right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Look at that. Good job, Emily.
Good job, Lauren. And yeah, I mean, we did a pretty good job keeping that face intact. And so you can see that little nose there, and here are the tiny ears, little ears, and then little eye hole. That's where my glove is poking out right there. And then it's really nice because you can still see like the inside of the lips and the inside of the nose and all that fatty tissue, and they're really cute whiskers. What's next?
I think it's Castor Time.
It's Castor Time!
So this bulbous area down here, this is a set of glands that beavers have that holds castoreum, the castor oil that you've heard of, and we're going to dissect them out today for you.
Yeah.
Brace yourselves, folks.
Neither Lauren nor I have removed castor glands from a beaver before, so it's going to be an educational experience for both of us.
We've watched a lot of YouTube videos, though, so I feel highly confident in our abilities. All right, so I'm pretty sure this right here, that's the castor.
There it is.
So I'm going to slice around it.
Those YouTube videos paid off, Lauren. This is the hands-on learning we're
So this is either the urethra or the penis. Is that a bone?
I think I feel it. Is it hard?
This might be it's hard, but it's also very squishy. It might be a boy. We might be wrong.
I think I'm going to cut this off. Is that okay?
Cut it. Do it. And you can open it up, and if there's a bone in there, then we know for sure.
I think it's a boy. I think it's a boy too. I think I underestimated the. Yep, that's a boy.
That's a bone? Oh, we got a boy!
We have a boy! Never mind, it's a boy.
So that's what makes me think that
there's a beaver penis for the record.
Beaver penis.
I'm gonna try to get the baculum out of it.
And I'll keep hacking away. So that was its penis that we cut through.
So that might be a testicle next to it.
I think that's a testicle. That's gotta be, right?
Yeah, because I was gonna say it might be an
embryo,
embryo,
but
it's
is probably
too
its
squishy.
epididymis here.
An who?
Epididymis! It's a part of the reproductive organ of the testicle.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Can epididymis be the word of the day?
Epididymis.
Epididymis, cloaca, castorium.
So many words. We've got a whole new vocabulary.
This is such an educational experience.
So, all right, Emily, I'm gonna let you do the final axe
What?
below.
Okay.
So this entire area right here,
Just cut it all out?
I would say just cut it all out.
Oh, jeez.
And try to keep close to the body. And we'll have a trash can ready on hand.
We did puncture them a little bit. That's what that like bile yellow color is.
Right there.
Right there. So they're kind of in this sac. And this is what comes out all of the same hole. So that's why they got that interesting cloaca business going on.
And I bet that hurt when he was hit.
Yeah. So we're just gonna set this
I'm gonna set that aside.
aside. The garbage.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'll hang on to it in case we want to reference it later.
Okay.
You never know.
Just like expands.
It's just blob. It's a blob.
All right.
Okay.
Where to next?
We're just gonna go in.
Go on in. You can see how thick that is.
Look at, yeah, there's like fat.
Well, it's muscle too. Look at that. All right. So Emily is opening up just right under your sternum, which is the base of your rib cage, and opening up your entire belly area. And this is where all the main organs are. So this right here that's spewing out, we've got intestines.
Yeah. So their primary diet is, of course, wood and plant material. And you can see that this is like a greenish sort of pellet. And beavers are one of those animals that practice what we call coprophagy, meaning he is a poop eater. So in order to get the most amount of nutrients from a diet that's primarily cellulose-based, you've got to really break down that plant material. Mm-hmm. And we might be, I don't know if depending on how ripe this guy is, we might open the stomach. Sometimes you don't because the smell can be terrible. but it looks like you're opening a bag of sawdust. And so that plant material will get digested one time, and then the beaver will poop out a little green pellet like this, and then eat it and redigest what it just passed through. So there are naked mole rats do this, a lot of mammals, a lot of carnivores and other rodents, and cows do a certain version of this, but instead of pooping it out and eating their poop, they've got multiple chambers of stomachs where they digest it, regurgitate it, rechew it, digest it again. But these guys just straight up eat their own poop. Yeah.
That's incredible. Found the testes.
Oh, they are bigger. Those are
there
the
they
testicles.
are in all their glory. So we're going to leave those down here.
You can leave those there. We're at what next?
All right, so well, let's just have a little walk through the organs.
Okay.
So this big one right here, any guesses as to what that organ is? It's kind of got multiple lobes on it. Any guesses?
It is. It's the
Excellent.
liver.
This is the liver. This is what you could cut out, saute it up with some onions. You got yourself Saturday night dinner.
Yeah, to go on your date night.
That's right. All right, so this is the bladder.
Oh, look at this really quick though.
Look at that mesentery.
Yeah, look at that.
So cool.
Connects your guts to one another.
And
look
also,
at that.
Also what supplies blood to your intestines. See that big vein right there?
What is this called, Lauren?
Mesentery.
The mesentery. The mesentery. That's my next single on my death metal band.
That would be a great track name.
That's beautiful.
Isn't
Look at
it?
that.
It's just like a spider web.
Look at that. I'd paint that.
And it's all around the intestines too.
That's beautiful.
That's
all right.
So cool.
We'll put it over here.
So we're going to move him off to the side. So this beaver was very well fed. So when he died, he had just had a big old tree dinner. And you can tell that because his intestines are totally full. And the intestine that goes down into the anus, you can see these blobs here. That's a full rectum.
These are poops.
Those are poops.
These are individual poops.
They're little poops.
Look at that's amazing.
So we're going to try to not cut that open.
Let's not cut through the poops. I'm going to get this blood a little bit.
All right. So this is the bladder. You can see it's very full. And it's probably very stinky. So when we slice it, we're going to put it immediately into a disposal system.
How do you even get it without cutting it?
So why don't you put your clamps there and then just go really, really hard. And I'm going to slice on the other side. Okay. When I slice, you got to be ready to move.
I'm ready. I'm ready, Lauren.
All right. Here we go.
No. Oh, no. I can't drop it. What if I drop it? It'll be the first time somebody peed in the science hub.
Go, 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 go.
Ah. All right, this is the bladder,
That's
everybody.
The bladder.
Here, it's got pee in it.
It's very cool. Oh, there's something else in it, too.
What's that?
Blood,
oh, sorry, I'm just going to drop it. All right.
Success. We did
it's peeing in the trash. It's deflating.
It's deflating.
I'm just going to throw a napkin on it. Okay.
There we go. What about on the back side? What's over here, Emily?
Oh, it looks like a kidney.
There it is.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. This is a kidney right here. All right. You want to dissect it out?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so this right here, guys, this is its heart. Luckily, it's not beating anymore.
Oh, that would be horrible.
But can you imagine, like, what surgeons do every day? They hold these heart in their hand.
Oh, geez.
And then, I mean, props to physicians out there.
I know, we are just getting through this.
All right.
There's the heart.
There's the heart.
Yeah, look at that.
Main aorta and everything. And it is definitely experienced some trauma here at the top. You can really see that has been probably the death blow. But that's cool. Look at how thick that is.
Yeah, that's a giant, that's a giant vessel. Yeah.
Okay. Heart.
And
lungs. And lungs are,
they're kind of a mess.
Really a mess. I'm going to do my best to take them all out in one fell swoop.
I think you did it.
There you go.
There they are. Yeah, so they've got 4 lobes as well. Oh, geez.
One on either side. Look at that bronchial tube right down the middle.
There it is. All the lungs.
Beautiful.
They're very slippery.
They are very
So
slippery.
if you had a straw, you could put a straw here in the top of the trachea and blow into it, and these lungs would inflate.
I did not bring a straw with me, and I'm always afraid to try that because I'm afraid I would accidentally inhale. But don't do this at home, kids. So anyway, I'll put these over here with the heart. Boop, boop. Look at this guy. That's a big chest.
That is a big chest.
I can fit both my hands in there.
Very cool.
Boom, boom. All right, where to next? Should we take his head off?
We should probably take his head off.
All right.
Before we do though, Emily, do you want to dissect and open up his trachea and esophagus?
We can do that.
All right, so we've exposed the throat. You can see this is his trachea here, and it's like really, really strong, and you can see all the rivets in there. And the reason that it has to be so strong like that is because that's your pathway to breathe. And so your body has evolved to have this really strong structure so that your throat doesn't collapse.
That would be bad.
That would be really bad.
Should we take an arm off?
Sure.
Just to show this.
Take that arm off.
I think it's kind of neat when you can get in here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here we go.
There's an arm.
We've got an arm.
Yeah, so that's the front left arm. And we'll remove some of these extra muscles, but essentially you can see the humerus and then the radius and the ulna. Here's that clavicle, and then the scapula is on the other side.
Yay! We did it! We did it! Right.
No.
And you still have the satisfaction of being able to separate it neatly, as it were.
So you can actually see one of those vertebrae. Here's the vertebral spine here. This is the spinal cord. I can probably grab it with a pair of tweezers. Where'd my tweezers go? My tweezies.
There's a small one too.
So here, yeah, you can see this is the spinal cord. Here's the back of that vertebrae. And then here are like the vertebral processes. So you can see, like, actually this vertebrae is only about the size of my thumb. So just all of this around it is supportive musculature for the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then back here, my pinky's actually going into the esophagus. Whoop! And I got beaver saliva on my finger. So that's the throat, or the esophagus.
Awesome.
And then here he is.
There's his tongue and everything.
Ooh, it's so fatty.
Yeah, it's like hard to describe what this texture is.
But you can see those tendons there.
Look at those tendons, they're so strong. So that's what's helping them when they flap to warn their friends or against other predators. They use those tendons to really slap it down hard.
Hi, internet. Hi, live stream.
Look what we did.
Look what we did. Here, for you.
Did we do a good job? Yeah?
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah.
That was very unenthusiastic.
We've been here for a while. Thanks to everybody who tuned into the live stream from all over the world. I'm really glad that we could do this finally. If this was fun, if you'd like to see it again, let us know. This will be archived on the internet, so you'll be able to watch it here on the Brain Scoop probably for a long time. So share it with your friends, tell everybody to subscribe, and we'll see you later. Goodbye. The beaver says thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, geez, we got a round of applause.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thanks, everybody.
Awesome.
Thanks, Lauren.
No problem. Happy to help.
Okay.
It still has brains on it.